Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Phil's Monday Movie Review. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you're here. And if things seem a little different, I just moved into a whole new apartment, so I'm still trying to get settled in, hence why I haven't been uploading. But yeah, also new backdrop. I'm just going to get in the way so you can see this. Yeah. Yep. That is Nicole Kidman in the from the AMC commercials. If you go to an AMC theater, chances are you probably have seen that commercial with AMC. AMC theaters, we make movies better. But anyways, let's get started on today's Phil's Monday Movie Review, which is Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Also, real quick, before we get started, I'm shooting on a wide just so I can show off the backdrop. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to the 35 in 3, 2, and a little minor adjustment, and we're on. Okay, so Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. So I got to address this real quick before we get started. Recently, we lost the great Kevin Conroy, and if you're not familiar with him, he has been providing the voice of Batman for 30 years, and in my opinion, he is the quintessential Batman. He is the Batman that I grew up with. I love my Michael Keatons, my Christian Bales, and Robert Pattinson too, but when it comes to Kevin Conroy, to me, he's not just the voice, he really is. He really captured that character beautifully and majestically. Every time I pick up a comic book and I read Batman's dialogue, I'm reading it as if Kevin Conroy himself was reading it, and he was delivering those lines. And it's sad to see someone that you have grown up with pretty much the majority of your life just gets taken away from this planet just like that. And rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. And to me, he is my Batman. Also, there is a movie theater in Orange County called the Frida Cinema. And when Kevin Conroy passed, they announced that they're going to be doing a showing of Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, and all the profits made from that is going to go into cancer research. So I have never have seen Batman: Mask of the Phantasm in a theater. I've always wanted to, but here was my chance, and I said to myself, let's do it, and that's going to be the next Phil's Monday Movie Review, and so here we are. Now, with all that being said, we can finally talk about Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Released in 1993 and directed by Eric Radomski and the great Bruce Timm, Batman: Mask of the Phantasm is an animated feature based off of Batman the Animated Series. If you grew up in the 90s, you might have seen a few of these episodes, or you were probably a big fan, just like myself. In this animated adventure, Gotham City's crime lords are getting wiped out one by one, and the public is led to believe that it is Batman himself who's doing all the killing, but Commissioner Gordon is convinced that it's not Batman, it's somebody else, and everyone is now exposed to the mystery of the Phantasm. At the same time, we are introduced to an origin story where a young Bruce Wayne is training to become Batman, but at the same time, he falls in love with a woman named Andrea Beaumont. As Bruce Wayne develops his crime-fighting skills, he also puts on the infamous cape and cowl for the first time as he starts his journey into fulfilling the vow he left on his parents' grave. As many of you out there, I am also a giant Batman fan. It is something that I've carried on to adulthood from childhood, from comic books to animation to video games and to films. Batman and all its mythos is something that I've carried with me and into adulthood, and it's something that I've grown to be very passionate about. To this day, I still get very excited for the next Batman movie. I have seen the Batman with Robert Pattinson many times. I loved it, and I'm very passionate about that film too. And I've realized that the Batman film anthology has had a couple of stinkers here and there, sure, but we're not here to talk about that. Batman, the property, the franchise, is something that I cherish a lot. And when people ask me what is your favorite Batman movie, I tend to lean to this one, Mask of the Phantasm. I think it's a beautiful film. I believe this film was originally intended for children, but if you dive deep and you take a look at what this film is presenting, you have broken characters who are carrying their trauma as they try to move forward into their own lives. And also you have a great origin story of one man who's trying to make a difference in his city. Also, there is this tragic love story between Bruce Wayne and Andrea Beaumont, and there is that twist in the third act which just complicates things even further. I haven't even had the chance to mention the voice talent behind Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is top tier, by the way. Obviously, you have Kevin Conroy as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Also, not to mention the fact that you have Mark Hamill as none other than the freaking Joker. And when I say that, to me, Kevin Conroy is Batman, I think that Mark Hamill is the Joker. There's no other person, there's no other artist who has captured that role quite like Mark Hamill has. But that is a whole nother conversation we can have. To me, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is just one of those animated features that has such good quality and such good animation and voice talent that it just, to me, it just ends up being timeless. You can throw this movie on any time, which I recently did with Kevin Conroy Past, and I also watched it in a movie theater, and it still holds up. This movie is beautiful with great music by Shirley Walker, and it just continues to wow me every single time I watch this movie. The action sequences, the music, the intense drama behind it. Like I said, it was supposed to be a kid's movie, but it ended up being something a whole lot more than that. And adults like myself watch it and they just continue and continue to appreciate it. And just one more time, I want to say rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. And with all that being said, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is absolutely 100% cinema. But that is it for Phil's Monday movie review. I want to thank you for tuning in. And Batman Mask of the Phantasm, have you seen it? And if you have, let's talk about it. And be sure to tune in next week where we talk about another movie. But until then, take care. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.